okay?
Yeah.
So, thank you very much.
Just,
Thank
Thank you.
just answer two things. First of all, there are a lot of people that work hard down here. I know that you believe.
Well, it's
that
my
that is-
opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not disparaging anyone, so don't
Okay.
defend yourself, Kevin.
I'm
Don't
not
def-
defending
don't
myself.
defend-
That
don't-
was
don't-
gonna-
Nobody defend themselves.
Get the
Nobody.
golden retrievers
I'm
you
just
watch on
saying,
YouTube.
in my opinion, okay, if I had to drive out on Flat Rock Road at 11 o'clock the other morning,
Right.
and I had an accident, guess what would have happened? Somebody would have gotten sued, right? And then the excuses would have begun. And then we'd have played this whole legal game. The whole thing is, if we just do our jobs, we won't have to worry about the backside of life, because it all gets taken care of on the backside. Okay? Just putting it out there. I'm not here to disparage anyone. I'm just here to tell you guys there's good things happening and some bad things happening. And we got it all solved. The road's clear, nobody had an accident, right? It's all terrific.
Right.
But if we don't communicate the problems that we have in this town, and we don't respect that the communication needs a solution, then we're not doing our jobs. That's all.
Yeah.
We're just not doing our jobs.
We've been trying
And
to
if I don't get
hire
home and let two puppies out, I'm gonna have a problem. Okay?
that. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well,
Much more concise. One good thing that came up, if you remember, we had the cybersecurity lady here. The domain and everything is in the town's name, so if you get rid of that guy, we still own the site.
oh yeah.
And you should be able to just turn the keys over to whoever the next one is
Right.
and say, give you a spare key for emergency.
What if you don't fire the guy and just not use him for the rest of the year, so that way the town's not breaking the contract, but they're not gonna rely on him to do it?
Right.
If, I understand that there's probably like, I don't know if there's like a generation gap, I don't know how to say it without being offensive, but uploading a website is not hard. My 10-year-old daughter could run our website for the town. Like, it's not difficult. So I don't know if it's a matter of like somebody else just being able to, like, if you need me to come down here and put up the meeting 24 hours in advance, I'd be happy to do it. It'll take me 5 minutes. But to rely on some guy who's not doing it is,
I don't know how you would do that without the accessibility.
well, the fact that the town is giving
access.
accessibility to somebody without keeping accessibility to themselves is definitely a separate issue. That's a security issue.
That,
It's a red
that
flag.
was supposed to have happened 3 or 4 months ago.
Right.
I cannot grab this guy by the ear and get him down here to do that. I asked for training down here. Donna can tell you that. We several times, we even set a date up and it didn't happen, okay? And that was my contention. I mean, there's no way I can fix everything. I'll never tell you that I can, okay? I'm limited by certain facts, okay? Just like the gentleman that just left, Mr. Exford. He's all wound up thinking that we have not been trying to hire for the highway garage. He's right, it should never be not fully operational. But the highway superintendent, I think, could tell you, or anybody in here, how hard I have tried to get him employees. I can't force somebody to go up there and take that job. It's been on the website, it's been in the papers, we've advertised it multiple times. I've interviewed even when I was helping flag that day with the blacktopping for you, because you were short, I even talked to two people up there to work.
But it's not disparaging or personal against you, Kevin. It's just trying to
No.
find a solution to the problem of the website.
What is
Why
the
can't you guys
solution
get this
to
guy on the phone right now after we get out of this meeting and be like, I want access to our website. How do I get into our website? And I'll spend an hour in that office right now showing you how to upload every single one of these agendas and minutes to that website. I'm sure Richard knows how to do it. I'm sure Reg knows how to do these things. I'm sure Mike knows how to do these things. It's not a personal attack against you that you've never put a website up so you don't know how to do it. But this guy is not serving the town at all. He's hurting everybody on this board because
Right.
people are having a lack of faith and trust in the board because of this guy. He's ruining the reputation of the town government that is doing a lot of good things, like John said, and all because of something so minuscule. I think once you're showing how easy it is to put stuff on a website, you're gonna be like, holy shit, we've been battling for a year over this?
If I don't have access, and we are supposed to have access by the contract.
Right.
Training was supposed to come with
So
it,
he broke the contract himself.
and that's what I need.
Yeah, he's in
Need
breach of contract right now.
I
You should
need
be able
to
to
know.
terminate him.
Who they wanna go with, or the board can tell me that they want to do away with the website we have right now until a new one is put up by somebody else. I don't get to do that by myself. I
Right.
listen to all the complaints from you. That's my job. I ran for the position. I listen to the complaints from everybody outside, including the employees down
Well,
there.
it's not a complaint, it's
Nobody's
constructive criticism. Mine's really not a complaint. You would
can-
agree with me
can-
that the website
you
has to
can-
be good.
You can criticize all you want, okay? But it doesn't change what the facts are, okay? I can't do it alone, all right? I don't have
I said
that authority.
I appreciate when you guys get things right, I really do. And this is one thing where I'm disappointed with every member on the board because, and I hate the fact that you opened the door up to maybe we'll have no website. To me, that's not even an acceptable proposal at all for even a minute. In other words, we need to do better. We shouldn't be looking at what's the minimum we could do. We should do better. If we have to leave this website as is and spend money and hire a new website tomorrow and get it up tomorrow, you can literally go to Fiverr.com and for $55 you can have a website up tomorrow that'll blow your socks away. Like, it's insane that, I don't want to use like the word unaware or whatever.
Well,
We need to
let me
focus everything on getting a website. Like,
I can't do any more, okay? I can't do any more than to get the information to the rest of the board and to ask them to make a determination on what they want me to do, okay?
has anybody called other towns?
That is,
Just a yes or no. Has anybody?
Could I just say one final thing? In the interim, until we get a new group involved, I am fully capable of putting these notices up. All I need is a password. I can actually do it from my own computer. That's how simple this is. It's simple. We're looking way too much into this. Of course we're not getting rid of our website. That's crazy.
How can
We're not gonna do
How
away with
can we
it.
not have access? What if this guy has a breakdown and puts up scandalous things on our website? Nobody can go in and shut it down. He can have it up for weeks at a time that nobody could go in and like take down. Like, what if he's working for the Russians or whatever?
we can what if, Mr. But I can't fix the problem until the guy gives me it or we fire him and have somebody else take over and put another website out.
But it doesn't feel like the
Period.
red alert on fire priority.
Can
It
I
should be like.
speak? First of all, we had a wonderful website.
Yes.
Free of charge for everything. All we had to do is the former supervisor, Rick, put this up. The minutes were there for 2 years. Everything was wonderful. We had a group that didn't think it was wonderful. So you guys did your due diligence, there we go again, and looked for another website website company. You got it. Everybody was in agreement with this. So it's not, nobody should be disappointed with the town board. They did what was asked of them.
That's incorrect.
They hired,
though. That's
what do you mean
It's
it's
incorrect
incorrect?
because it's been shit for 5 months now.
I know it
so when
has
you know that
been,
it's
but
a
at least
problem-
we have one a due diligence, and if we get rid of the website right now,
The due
we're gonna
diligence was
have
done 8
legal
months ago,
issues
though.
again like we had with people saying it's not on the website. At least we did what we had to do. He sent up emails. If it doesn't get on the website, it was discussed that it was okay. As long as he has the confirmations that we tried.
And I agree with all that. So I
Right,
agree.
so
I'm not
right
arguing
now
that.
to get rid of a website, when we don't have a website, and next month coming in and, well, it's an illegal meeting so we can't have the meeting, that doesn't solve anything. We need to, I agree, we need to get a new website, but we have to get it through, being approved by the computer people, our new IT people. We just can't have it approved by, just by saying, okay, let's go with this one. Am I correct when I say that?
Well,
But the residents are upset because
Yes,
they've been complaining for 6 months.
I
Wait,
know,
wait.
the employees have been upset,
But-
the town board's been
So
upset.
when can we expect an answer though? Because
February.
right now we're just told that we're looking into
February.
it, we're looking into it, we're looking into it,
February.
and I
I'm
know
not.
you don't
I
want me
haven't
to.
told you that, Dave, and I don't want to cut you off. All I'm telling you is, that I gave two feasible firms that are willing to take it over.
So why has no one brought
That
that
were
up?
recommended
Besides you,
by
I'm
the
saying.
IT
Besides you, I
company.
said.
I did, and I gave the information to the councilman.
So where's the
I'm
motion?
waiting,
Or resolution?
okay? Reggie actually gave me his opinion.
Yeah.
North Shore, right?
I did.
Okay.
Of course I did.
And-
And right away
yeah.
I did.
So that's what has the process, okay? Once we do that, once I get all of their feedback on what one that they would like to move forward with, then we can pass a resolution to hire that company. And like you were saying, I was hoping that we could simultaneously get that guy to work on the one that we had and get it functional, so that we weren't without it.
One
Because
last,
if I fire this guy and he takes it down, we have nothing.
hopefully helpful suggestion. Just hire the new firm and put up a second website so you have redundancy. Maybe we can, a domain name costs like $100 to lock up for 10 years. Why not just open up a second website so you have redundancy if something happens to the first site? Or you just, as soon as the second site is up and running, you'll lock down the first site so that he doesn't have access, that he can do.
You're way
anything.
off on your figures though, because we pay $150 something a year, not for 10 years, okay?
But what I'm saying is it's a priority that needs whatever resources it needs, in my opinion. Like there's a disconnect here in generations or something maybe. This is as important as, newspaper proposals. This is about government, and that website gives vital emergency information,
You've
school
made that
clothing,
statement several
town
times.
hires, everything under the sun. And how do you put a price tag on that? We should be putting every penny that we can afford into the website, not trying to cut corners here, because cutting corners has resulted in 5 months
Who's
of,
cutting corners?
well, I'm saying whatever resources need to get this.
Well, I'm saying,
A new
who's cutting
website up.
corners? There isn't nobody on this board that's tried to cut any corners. We've only worked and acted in good faith to try to resolve an issue. Nobody's tried to cut any
If
corners.
you gave David $1,000, he could have the problem solved in 2 days on.
I
fiverr.com.
can't give David
I'm just-
$1,000
I know, but I'm saying that.
without
Well, you
the
could give
board.
me up to $10,000.
What I'm saying
Then
is-
I could be going to jail.
What I'm saying is this is a problem that shouldn't drag on for
9,999
months.
Monday morning, 6 o'clock.
Whether it should
Yeah.
or it shouldn't, we can't change what the history of it is. And like I said, all I can tell you is as soon as I get what direction we need to go, we'll do a resolution and we will do that.
If I was a board member, I would propose that we
And-
hire one of these other sites immediately or as soon as possible. If
You
not
know, though,
sooner.
things look better on paper. You need to have somebody, I mean, the guy looked wonderful on paper, the company they hired. But you need to have.
Evidence. You need
Evidence.
Yeah, you need to see
Yeah.
websites.
So
that
we
they're already
we're
doing.
not in this situation again in 6 months. I mean, and
Excuse me.
first of all, school closings, unless you have a full-time webmaster, that's not gonna happen.
No, and they all have the robo messaging now
Right.
for every
No
school
one in the
does.
public forum is looking for the board to take it personally, though, is what I'm saying. We just
Right.
want to know why it's taking so long to get it resolved. That's it. I
Because
think that's
we-
what you guys want,
we-
right?
we-
Because why is it taking so long for this website to work?
Because.
Couldn't you go back to
That it
Potiphar
was being
until
taken
this is
care
all
of by the
resolved?
individual.
You go back to the same thing though, you have to have
Huh?
a
Didn't come to
password.
head
I don't know.
until about, a
We should've
month
just
ago.
kept
And
it.
that's when I went
Just
forward
kept it
with looking at the
over.
proposal.
Until that guy who set the password.
Because we kept on saying
Yeah.
that, okay, he said he's gonna do this, this, and this, and it didn't get done. Maybe-
Well, really, we owe a lot of thanks to Richard Donut for going and creating his own, that a lot of people follow. And that's terrific, Richard.
That our board-
You did that.
I can't
His isn't
up
open.
here support a private website.
I
said
think
his isn't
anybody
open.
contact
Neither should
Richard,
you.
they could get in it.
That's hard.
Either way, the board does not,
We
they
shouldn't have,
cannot
yeah, we shouldn't have a private,
advertise for any private website.
yeah, we shouldn't
No.
have a private citizen substituting for our work and our obligations. That's
Alright,
the
so,
website.
so now we're just gonna, we're beating a dead issue, okay?
Yep.
You can keep going with it, but it's not gonna change the facts.
Yep.
And it's not gonna change that we need to do something about it. So let's just agree on that, please.
So we at least expect more information in December, probably, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Get how many? 2, 3? First you get yours too, so we get 3 opinions that we could present. I don't know how, which way Reg went on it, I know how I went on it. For the
But it all
new
goes with the fact, Howard, that they look good on paper,
Yeah.
but I mean,
website.
you
Well,
guys are
that's
the
why-
town board, but the employees here and the resident, I mean, they deserve to be heard too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I for one would never have said to get rid of, or not get rid, that's not the right word, for the website we had before the other one was up and running and okayed that it was the way it should be. I mean, it might have been primitive, maybe. I mean, I don't even think the word primitive was.
No,
It
there
was
was a
one,
few
it had
things that
everything
they
we needed.
But I believe also,
Yeah, but
Donna,
everything was there.
It wasn't.
It was
You
there.
could find everything, everything.
The only
It was
thing you couldn't
simple.
do was post a video that was over 32 megabytes or some, whatever it was.
Right.
That's what the problem
But
was.
a lot of
The
town
video.
boards don't post their meetings on the website.
Right.
Usually do audio
Howard had something to
files.
say.
the thing,
And he does it too, so if anybody wants to watch it, they can watch it on YouTube.
the thing
Website can
that,
have a link to the YouTube.
my understanding is when we set up with this new website,
That would be probably.
our
not
old
allowed unless it
website
was
was
the
gonna be
town's
used to
right?
set up the new one, but also be kept as a backup, which never happened.
Right, it should have been done
And I
that.
believe,
Because now there's no data anywhere you go on, it's no
believe
data, no
that he
data.
has all the original website backed up somewhere on the cloud where he knows how to get to it, okay? And our.
Well, hopefully it
I
gets
shouldn't
resolved
say
at
the
least.
cloud.
I'm sure
I
if
should say
Sam was still
back
here.
up.
Hopefully it at least gets resolved before like March or April, because when I had T-ball parents calling and screaming at me that they couldn't sign their kid up
Yeah.
on the website, I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
And that's where I was going with the department thing was, that guy is doing 4 jobs right now.
Right.
It wasn't me. John thought I was gonna try to defend myself. Nothing against these guys at the highway, but that guy never stops.
If you
Sam.
look, look at Northwood. Go down and look at every New York State DOT roadside shop. There's a sign up, DOT is hiring, no CDL needed.
Oh yeah, right down the
Yeah.
interstate.
Right down the interstate.
Yeah.
We're not the only ones having this problem
It's
getting here.
downstate too.
Private industry is starting to advertise, come down, we'll train you.
We'll train you, we'll give you a
Because people don't work.
$3,500 incentive.
Sign on, boom.
Yeah, people going to work.
It's true.
Might have to do that.
Well, you can't do that
Can't do
because
that
the
because the union
contract,
contract.
Oh, true, true.
Because they're unionizing.
State is unionized too, though.
Yeah, they're just advertising, no CDL required.
They're very hindered by what they can and can't do because of the rules of the union.
well, if that's that, it is 1 o'clock. We've been here most of the Saturday morning and into the afternoon now, so.
Next regular meeting,
20?
20?
I will, yep. You wanna read those?
Okay.
Go ahead.
seeing that he already filed his paperwork away.
Yeah, I
Next
got it right
regular
there.
meeting is gonna be 12/20 at 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we have a scheduled work session if needed at 12:05 at 6 o'clock and 12:19 at 6 o'clock. Can I make the motion we adjourn?
And I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I know.
I'm finished putting up Christmas lights.
I go down and help you, but I gotta go get it.
Everybody sign the bills?
I believe so, yeah.